Hi, welcome to Think Tank TV. This is Moses Waribo. I'm going to be sharing a life story. This is not a make-believe story, it's a life story. A lady by name Angie worked for a hotel. She was a chef in the hotel where she was working. So you see, one of the days she went to work and the hotel manager called her and told her, "Young lady, your service will no longer be needed in this organization." She was dumbfounded. This was the only hope she had. Where am I going to go from here? So she rushed to her counselor, who happened to be her pastor. She rushed into his office. He was actually doing a write-up. She said, Pastor, I've been fired. Pastor, I've been laid off. Pastor, I've lost my job. So while she was crying, he was busy writing. He said, Pastor, I'm crying. I lost my job and you're not saying anything. He raised up his head and said, "So what do you want me to say?" He said, Pastor, I've lost my job. I'm a single mother. I've lost my job. What am I going to do from here? The pastor smiled at her and said, "You made the cookies for me the last time." She said, "Yes, Pastor." He said, "Did you do that cookies by yourself in the house?" She said, "Yes, Pastor." He said, "The cookies was nice. So how many days do you use your oven at home?" He said, "Once." She said, he was actually asking, "How many days in the week do you use your oven at home?" She said, "Once, Pastor." Then he said, "So it means your oven lies waste at home from Saturdays to Saturdays?" Because she said she uses it just once in the week, that's Sundays. He said that means the oven was redundant for 6 days of the week. That's not good enough. He said, "You know what you're going to do?" He said, "No, Pastor." He said, "Take this paycheck, go to the market, buy some ingredients for cookies. Use the ingredients and prepare some cookies. Take it back to the place you were fired and share it for everybody." She said, "Pastor, what are you saying? This is my last paycheck. What am I going to do from here?" He said, "If you will listen to me, you will succeed." She reluctantly left his office, went and did as he said. She went to the market, bought some cookies, ingredients, went back home, prepared some cookies, and took it back to where she was working and shared it for everybody. The next day, she received a call. "That your cookies was nice. Wow, you made it by yourself? Wow, can you come and supply us some of the cookies?" She rushed and told him, Pastor, they said I should come and supply some cookies." He said, "Ask them to make an upfront payment." She said, "You have to make an upfront payment." They said, "No problem, we'll pay." They paid her upfront. She went back to the market, did some cookies, and went back to start supplying. She became a supplier of cookies in that same hotel where she was sacked. 3 months rolled by, 9 months rolled by, 1 year rolled by. She started doing cookies, branding it, and supplying it to supermarkets around her area. After about 2 years, someone looking very beautiful and gorgeous walked into the pastor's office. Remember, I said it's a real life story. She walked into the pastor's office and said, "Pastor, you remember me?" He said, "No, I don't remember you." She said, "I'm the lady with the cookies." He said, Oh, that's true." She brought a brown envelope for him and said, "Pastor, I got this for you." He said, "How?" He said, "I came to say thank you. You made me see the best in me. You know what? I've got a cookies factory with over 15% working for me. And I supply cookies. And I'm now a boss of my own." Wow, how interesting. You see, most of us has ironically buried our gifts and our talents in the wrong job. So I like to be treating the topic I title Maximizing Your Potential. What is potential? Potential is the special ability or talent deposited in you. Maximizing is making the best use of something. So maximizing your potential can be defined as the ability to make the best use of the potential or ability deposited in you. Why do we need to learn this topic? It is going to encourage and develop the gifts in us. It's going to encourage us to develop the gifts and talents that are in us. Number two, it's going to help us understand the importance of maximizing the potential and the gift that is deposited in us. Number three, it's going to make us to discover the real us. It's going to make you discover the real you. There's a point of note we need to know. For every reason, the school is good. But ironically, the school does not teach us a lot of things about life. Most of you understand what I'm saying. There are a lot of things about life that the school does not imbibe in us. We need to learn it ourselves. But ironically, in this part of the world, most of us have no value for going for knowledge. How sad that is. Look at what maximizing potential has turned Bill Gates into. You know that records have it that by all standard, by protocol, the presidency does not go out to welcome anybody except a fellow president. But information has it that when Mark Zuckerberg came to Nigeria, the president of Nigeria went out to receive him. Power of maximizing your potential. Look at the likes of Bill Gates. Do you know that the total worth of Bill Gates is bigger than the budget of Nigeria? Maximizing your potential is something that salary can never do for you. But I'm going to be teaching that in a different topic, where I'm going to be teaching you how to harness the best about you. I treated it also in becoming the best in one of our topics. So I'm going to be treating how to maximize our fortune, how to achieve fortune. It's a process. But make no mistakes about it. I'm not ignorant of the fact that it's not always easy building a brand. But truth is, there are many reasons why many people will not accept or embrace the ability to maximize their potential. What are the reasons? Number one, fear. If I stop my job today, what will happen to me at the end of the month? How do I pay my bills? But listen, one thing you must know is that the bills will always be there. The bills will always be there. And most people live their lives up until a stage where they begin to face what we call regrets. I wish I was able to take the bull by the horn and maximize my potential. The second reason why people don't maximize their potential is what we call ignorance. They've not stumbled on information like this. They don't listen to the biography of people rather. They've not heard of the importance of maximizing their potential. So I count you to be lucky. We should count ourselves to be lucky to have stumbled on such information. The third reason is what we call environmental influence, environmental factors. Most people are influenced by the fact that it's all about a job. I'm not saying it's not important to pick a job. All I'm saying is you must realize that if that job is not making you to maximize your potential, you've got no business being there. How do you know if a job is not making you maximize your potential? When the alarm turns on in the morning, how do you feel? Do you feel reluctant? Do you feel tired? Do you feel like going back to bed? Do you feel unhappy going to that job? Do you need to be pushed before you do your job? Then that's not the right job. What are the advantages of maximizing your potential? Look at Dubai today. They built a 7-star hotel in the sea. influence. Today, the whole world is running to Dubai. Why? Because they've maximized their potential. They've become a center of attraction. Everybody makes the money around the world and goes to them to spend it. Influence. That's the first advantage of maximizing your potential. You gain influence in your field. The second advantage is what we call satisfaction. You see, when you find yourself in the thing that you're supposed to be doing, you have what we call satisfaction. You feel good with yourself. And there's nothing as good as doing something happily. You get the best results. The third advantage of maximizing your potential is what we call peace of mind. You want to be happy doing what you're doing. You don't need any motivation. You don't need anybody to push you to do what you have to do. Why? Because you've got what we call peace of mind. You're happy doing what you're doing. The importance of maximizing our potential cannot be overemphasized. I go around telling people that there's what we call the job, the career, and the calling. That's your gift. A job is that venture you go into just to pay your bills. You don't have any future in it. Let me just be doing this one to have money to pay my bills. That's a job. But the career is better than the job. The career is a job that you have a future, that you're building on. A person who joins the police as a lieutenant wants to grow to become a commissioner of police or the inspector general, as the case may be. That's a career. You're building a career. But it can never be compared to maximizing your potential, which is maximizing your gifts or your talents. The importance of talents cannot be overemphasized. Look at the likes of Davido. Look at the likes of Pastor Chris Oyakilome. These are men that look at the likes of Mark Zuckerberg. Look at the likes of Elon Musk. These men maximize their potential and they become a figure that you cannot ignore. When you maximize your potential, systems, institutions cannot ignore your influence. I'll be treating a topic on how to maximize and how to achieve our fortune beyond survival mentality and existence. While you're at the job, we should begin to think, am I at the best? Am I doing the best I should? Am I maximizing my potential? If not, begin to think of building your potential. Begin to think of developing your potential and your gift. I trust you've learned something today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, always get inspired as you redeem the times. Think Tank truly cares about you. Bye for now.